All right, so now that you made the commitment to yourself to prioritize your weight loss and you're going to get on board with being intentional about the foods that you're putting into your body, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm going to feature a new food each week. This week, we are featuring the hummus. So I grabbed this from Aldi. I also have a video where you can make your own hummus with the garbanzo chickpeas. But for time's sake and for busy people who just want to get on board with meal prepping, I picked this up and it's absolutely delicious. So this is going to be our star ingredient. We're going to lay out our Tupperware Monday through Friday, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to meal prep one meal of the day in less than 10 minutes. And you can do this over and over again. And putting these ingredients into your body is going to get you the weight loss results you want. It's just getting started, and it's just knowing what to put in your body. So I'm going to start off by doing a serving of the hummus in each one of my Tupperware. 2 tablespoons is a serving of this particular hummus. So let's go ahead and we can do that together. That's going to be our base. Being intentional about these ingredients, one of the hardest parts of weight loss for me was not knowing what to put into my body when I wanted to lose weight. I thought all the low-fat stuff was good, or just counting my carbs. And I just really had to do the research and really had to figure out how everything was chemically working together inside of my body to not feel hunger, to not have those sugar levels dip, and to actually get consistent results, because that's what we all want. So go ahead, look how easy that was. We have our 2 tablespoons of our featured ingredient this week down in the Tupperware. All right, and then from there, we just go ahead and we decorate with intentional ingredients on top of the base. So for Monday, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of this. It's a tomato, onion, cilantro, green pepper with a little bit of lime. This is going to be great for gut health, a great filler food. Go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of that in for Monday. And then along with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in a scoop of cottage cheese. Now, cottage cheese is such a great food. You're going to get 12 grams of protein, you can see there. So that's going to keep you full and satisfied. We can have half a cup of the cottage cheese. Put that on in there. There you go. Doesn't get easier than that. Monday is done. Look at that. I know it doesn't look like a lot of food, but just start eating this way, guys. And I am telling you, you are going to see all of the results. Oh yeah, and also what's very important is start playing around with your seasonings. Seasonings are so great when it comes to weight loss and gut health. I have an entire video. You can make up a seasoning spice jar that has all the beneficial seasonings in it. But if you're just getting started, go ahead and take them one by one. See what flavors you like. See where you're seeing the results with the inflammation going down, the buildup of the inflammation. That's what the spices and the seasonings have done for me. So I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning on that. And again, we're just playing around with it because we're getting used to doing this. If this isn't how you've been eating in the past, if you haven't been working with whole foods and you've just been relying on maybe, that processed junk, or even going and getting a salad, but then putting that heavy, horrible dressing on it, you aren't getting the results that you want, and you're left feeling hungry and not satisfied. So if you start prepping this out with me, take it day by day, try out all the different recipes, and you're going to get the results that you're looking for, and you're going to have such a variety of foods to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle on a little bit of the ground ginger. This is great for the inflammation buildup in our bodies. So there you see, Monday is done. We're going to move on to Tuesday. Moving on to Tuesday, again, we have our base of the star ingredient, what we're focusing on, what we're creating, that micro habit, being intentional to put into our body. The featured food of the week is the hummus. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in a handful of tomato, and I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the guacamole. Now, again, you can do fresh avocado if you want to as well, but you can have 2 tablespoons of this. Such a healthy fat. It's going to be so satisfying. It's going to stave off hunger for up to 4 hours. I am not kidding. When you start adding avocado or guacamole into your daily meal plan, you are going to see incredible hunger staving off. I mean, you just aren't going to feel hungry anymore. So go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a 1/4 cup of my black beans. Black beans are another excellent source of protein, excellent source of fiber. And on this one, I'm going to sprinkle the ground turmeric. A little bit goes such a long way when it comes to what you are trying to do and the chemical reaction that you are trying to create inside of your body. So you don't need a lot, but you do have to be intentional to do it. And then, of course, if you've checked out my other videos, you know that garlic powder is at the top of the list. Garlic powder helps aid in the digestion. So there you have that one. Look at that. Tuesday is all done. Again, these aren't large portions, but you don't need large portions. We've gone over this before. Our stomachs are the size of our fist. So the only reason that we're putting more food other than the size of our fist is out of habit and out of putting the wrong foods, unintentional foods into our body that are not going to satisfy us. When you start putting these intentional foods into your body, you are not going to need to eat more than the size of your fist because you're going to be so satisfied. So Tuesday's done. Let's move on to Wednesday. All right, so we are moving on to Wednesday. We have our base, the 2 tablespoons of the featured food this week, the hummus. And I am going to really challenge you guys. I want you to really satisfy your gut health and go ahead and put 1/2 cup of the sauerkraut in there. Now, again, these are foods that we don't necessarily think to mix, think to blend, but these are the intentional foods that are going to get you the weight loss results that you're looking for. And I'm not sure if you really like sauerkraut, but if you do, this is such a delicious combination. If you haven't tried it before, I'm just asking you to give it a shot. So you can have 1/2 cup of sauerkraut in there. Sauerkraut isn't for everybody. I understand. I get that. But I am telling you, if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. I absolutely love sauerkraut now. It was new to me in the beginning as well, but now it is a staple in my weekly meal plan. And along with the sauerkraut, I'm going to go ahead and add some of the red bell pepper. Again, I just like some of that crunch. So go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of the red bell pepper. That's going to give that meal the nice crunch, a nice blend. Look at this though. We are using whole, fresh ingredients. We are getting away from adding in the processed foods. Trying to rely on processed foods and get weight loss results, maybe you're able to do it, but it has never worked out for me. So I just did the research and I started figuring out these different combinations of what is actually going to get me long-term sustainable results. So for this one, I'm going to add in some rosemary. Our gut health is going to love that. I'm going to add in the Italian seasoning again. Anytime you can get Italian seasoning. And any of these spices, I'm telling you, go ahead and give it a try. I'll do some more of the garlic powder. That's going to kind of combat that sauerkraut taste if you aren't used to it. But there you go. That's plenty. You can decorate it with a little bit more if you would like to. Like I said, this blend always goes good. You can add a scoop of this. All this is doing is getting you in that mindset, creating these micro habits to do the meal prep. Take the time to do this. Start off with a base ingredient and then just pile on the whole ingredients from there and watch how satisfied you are. Let's go ahead and move on to Thursday. All right, so moving along to Thursday, what I'm going to decorate on top of the star ingredient of the hummus is going to be another 2 tablespoons of the avocado guacamole. I'm going to put that in there. And then I am going to do a 1/4 cup of the mixed nuts. All of these are so satiating, so satisfying, packed with protein. You can just get a big unsalted blend of mixed nuts. You can see there that's going to give us 5 grams of protein for about 20 pieces or a 1/4 cup. Okay, so we'll go ahead and throw that on there. You can kind of see though, guys, you see what we're doing here. We are just building, we are layering with whole foods. We aren't reading on the sides of all the different additives and ingredients that we can't read. These are whole foods that are going to get you all of the weight loss results you're looking for. You just have to take the time to do this. I do this on like Sunday night. Sunday night, meal prep this out. You have one meal down. I actually go on to meal prep out all my meals because I meal prep out 90% of my meals. I give myself the weekends off, and that way I can just set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about it. And that's what has given me, at 42 years old, the sustained, maintained results. So that's all we need to do for Thursday. I'm not going to add any spices to this. If I did add anything, maybe a little bit of cumin. So we can go ahead and do that again, just so you're getting used to playing around with these spices. But that's enough food. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is. Start meal prepping, start doing this, and you're going to see. Let's move right along to Friday. So Friday, the end of the week, we have meal prepped out all week. We are so proud of ourselves. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the cottage cheese again because that's one of my favorite combinations. And remember, that gets us the 12 grams of protein for half of a cup. So that's all done. I'm going to throw the bell pepper in there, do about a quarter cup of that. And then I'm going to drizzle a little bit of an extra virgin olive oil. Get those healthy fats in there. A little bit goes a long way. And on this one, I'm just going to add a lot of the seasonings. Like I said, I have a video talking about a spice jar that's specifically for improving your gut health. Go ahead and check out that video. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it one by one just to show you guys. So I'm adding the rosemary. I'm going to add a sprinkle of turmeric. So I'm just going to continue on. I have the garlic powder. Love the garlic powder. If you haven't looked into gut health and how it correlates parallel with weight loss, be sure to check out those videos. The two go hand in hand. You have to be taking care of your gut health to get the long-term, sustained, maintained weight loss. Especially, we can get away with a little bit more in our 20s and our 30s than maybe we can in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even 70s. But I hope this helps. I hope it helps get you on track. You can see here we have done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see what we've created here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these all into my fridge. And I'm just going to pull them out each morning as I'm on my way to work. And I know that I have intentionally prepared foods that are going to benefit my weight loss journey. I'm going to start to see results. And I'm so excited for you guys too as well. So if this video helped you, please go ahead, check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel. I am so passionate about weight loss, and I know that it can be overcomplicated, but we don't have to. Here at HealthyDaze, we absolutely aren't going to overcomplicate it, but we do have to be intentional about the ingredients we're putting into our body. So if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm excited for your weight loss journey, and I'll see you next time.